Holy Mother, baby! You, Mike Torelli, and the boys. Woo! Oh man, love this song.
We're not live on Instagram.
Yeah, Danny.
Hit Instagram.
You're not live yet? Hold on, let's see what we got. There we go. Holy Mother, baby.
There we go.
It'll be a great show today. Shout out to Holy Mother, Mike Torelli, and the boys.
Whoop.
Mike was on our show before.
Yep. Yes, he was.
All right. What is going on, everybody? That is Holy Mother.
Woo.
Mike Torelli was a former
Mike
guest
Torelli.
on the show. Shout out to Mike Torelli. Guys, you got to check out Holy Mother. Mike is a local Long Island guy over here who's paved his way. He's cut his teeth. Been doing it for 30-something years. He's been with you name an artist, from Whitesnake to Dio to the guy's highly regarded. His band is called Holy Mother. That song is called No Death Reborn. Check out that video. It's an amazing, amazing video. Make sure you guys check them out on Spotify. All over the world. These guys were touring Europe. They were touring Germany. They got an amazing, amazing group of musicians that are just highly regarded in the field of music and heavy metal. All right, so check them out. That's Holy Mother. Mike, that's a shout out to you. You had no idea he's been doing that. All right, let me take a breath. Danny, I'm so pumped because our guest today, man, is going to be incredible. So let me contain my energy. Let me welcome everybody to the broadcast. All right, for those of you guys here for the first time, Danny and myself want to welcome you to the Kfit Talk podcast with John Koga and Danny K. We are at season 10, episode 7. And because of each and every one of you around the world that are subscribed to this across the social media platforms and across the podcast platforms, Danny's puppy's able to eat. My kids are able to eat. So thank you so, so much, guys. We appreciate it. All bullshitting aside. So here's the deal. This is how it works. This is Kfit Talk Podcast. Real simple. We talk fitness. We talk food. We talk life. We talk fun. All right? Might not agree with everything we have to say. And if so, that's your prerogative. But you know what? You're going to have a good laugh. You're definitely going to learn something. We take this shit real serious, all right? We have a great support group of professionals, of scientists, of people that have been in the industry for years, such as the one we're going to be bringing on shortly, all right, to discuss, which I'm not going to give it away. You guys will hear more about the topic today. It's a very important topic for everybody. Not just for females. It's for everybody.
Everybody.
In today's episode, all right? So I want you guys to sit back, relax. If you're watching us across the social media pages, I want you guys to share it. Share this video to your friends, to your family, to the groups you're in, all right? And sit back and learn something, all right? My name is John Koga. I'm up here in Long Island, New York, and at the Kfit Studios up here in Ronkonkoma. Got a lot of famous people from Ronkonkoma. I'm not even going to get into that right now, but anyway, check it out. All right. Listen, you guys love her. You know her. If you don't know her, you're going to love her, and vice versa. She's my partner in crime. I love her dearly. So do my Kogis up here and worldwide. They've grown to just really, really believe. You know what I know? Because she's honest. She's trustworthy. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, she's single. I get it. Whatever. All right. She's been on my shit for years, trying to get a piece of me. I've been pushing her off for years, but you know what? I'm gonna just, I'm gonna chalk it up, hit 40 this year. So I'm trying to, stay fit and stay looking good for the young hotties like Danny K. But anyway, without any further ado, she's Carroll County in Westminster, Maryland's #1 gym trainer. Call it for the last, I forgot how many years. You guys are going to learn to love it. This is Danny K down there. Danny, what's going on? How's it going over there in Danny K Gym and Wellness?
What's going on? And first of all, I'd like to say, wake up, Alice, because whatever. John, you keep talking all that crap, and people are like, they're gonna start believing you, and it ain't right.
What, that would be a bad thing? Come on, Danny, take a look at this profile. Take a look at these teeth.
Nah.
All right, let me.
So anyway, it's really good. Been super busy, which I love. I'm supposed to have an interview tonight with a potential trainer. So hopefully that goes because I literally am like booked out. Like I have no more empty spots and
Love it. Love it.
whew,
Well
I'm
deserved.
tired. I'm tired.
Well deserved. I hear you. We
But
love
yeah.
what you do, though, Danny. But you wake up every day like I
I
do.
mean, so someone told me years ago, and I say this to everyone all the time. Someone told me years ago, find something that you love doing, find a way of making money at it, and you'll never work a day in your life. And I don't work. I have never said, "Oh, I got to go to work." Oh, I got to go to work. You know, within training and going to the gym and stuff like that. Yeah, I got to go to the gym. I got to go work out. I got clients today, or you know what I mean. I got to get back and train a client, but I never say the word work because I mean
Yeah.
this is fun shit, man. Like
Yeah.
I can cuss at the people, I can tell them what to do, I can beat
Mhm.
them up. I mean, and I get paid for it.
I
Hey,
heard that too. My uncle Jackie, the late great Jack Pizzatola, my godfather, said that to me one time too. Except he meant to rob banks, and I I wasn't I wasn't robbing banks. You'll never work in. I'm joking. God rest my godfather's soul up there in the blue sky. Danny, listen to me. We have these conversations. We get excited about guests. We really do.
yeah,
We've had some amazing guests. I told you Mike Torelli has been one of them. We have some great guests lined up that we just booked for the next few episodes. But I know today's guest is going to be a real special one, not only for you because you're in business with him, but for many, many listeners that throughout the years ask me questions that I don't have the answer on the spot. I'm not an expert in the
right.
field of hormones, hormone disruptors, hormonal therapy, and it's just, and I don't care how old you are, guys. It ties into every aspect of your life, from freaking migraines to gut health to fitness to menopause to you name it. So this topic, you
Absolutely.
guys need to pay attention to this today. Pay attention to when this handsome man comes on. All right, you guys are gonna absolutely love him, and I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna shut the hole underneath my nose for a couple of minutes. And I want to learn something today,
Yeah,
Danny. So
yeah,
give us a little background story on John, and and then we'll bring the man
yeah.
on. I'm excited to
So
hear him.
John Lepresto, I've come to, I met him. I haven't met him in person, but just on the phone and stuff like that, on our Zoom calls, and I've come to, love this man. Like we talk each to like on the phone, a couple times, at least we try a couple of times a week. Maybe it's a couple times a month or whatever. Just
Okay.
him and I 101. He's a great dude. We affectionately call him J Lo. Okay,
Oh yeah.
and he
How
will
funny
tell
is
you
that with you?
he will tell you that he is the original J Lo, okay, not
All
Jennifer
right.
Lopez, but John Lepresto.
All right.
And he has been with New Life for 7 years from the get go, from the beginning
Inception.
of
Yeah.
this, and he he's you want to know anything about hormones? He's got it. Our products, he knows them like the back of his hand. Um, and he's also in the fitness industry. Supplementation is right up his alley with everything. He is our one of our diamond ambassadors, and that just means that he's an
Diamond.
intelligent dude. He's up there. He just knows his shit, and I'm excited to bring him on. And like I said, I learn. You're gonna learn. I learn every single time I talk to him. So without further, before, as people are coming in, I see a shit ton of people coming in. Tell me where you're coming in from. Tell me where you're watching us from. And if you have any questions, we'll try and get them out to John. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments or whatever, and we'll try and get back. If not, Jayla will get back to you on those comments or whatever. So with no further ado,
Let's do
John,
it.
let's bring John.
What's up?
J-Lo.
There he is.
Listen, man.
Whoa, so much hype. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you
What's
started
up,
out,
John?
John, this is so my wheelhouse. I got to show you something. This is me back in the day. And
Oh,
that's me.
that's right.
Oh
He was in the
no!
band. I forgot.
No
Right?
freaking
That's
way!
me
I
right
love
there,
it.
man.
You were meant
He
to be, and I
started,
was meant to play. We'll talk more, John. That's great. We'll
yeah.
talk more about that, my
No, no,
buddy.
no, no doubt about it. I'm
I
surrounded by
love
my
it.
guitars.
Oh,
I
you gotta
have,
be shitting me.
I
Dude,
absolutely,
guys,
I
this wasn't
absolutely
even
love it.
planned, man.
Nope.
I wanted to bring Terrell. I wanted to bring Holy Mother and Mike Torelli. John, I'll send you the stuff. You got to check these guys out. It's one of my childhood
Killer
friends.
voice, man. Wow.
He's incredible. And we didn't plan this, guys. Here it is, John,
Nope.
with a music background, man. That's awesome. But listen, this is about you right now. So I got my smart goggles on right now because I got to pay attention with my eyes. So what do you got for us, John? Talk to us.
No, I gotta live up to that. I love the energy. I watched you guys last week. We're on Team America. We're on the same page. There's a lot of misinformation and nonsense out there, and quite honestly, if we could speak frankly, it's there's a lot of bullshit. When you're from the Northeast, your radar goes off. You just know when you're being lied to. It's unfortunate. It's a gift and a curse. So we become a little more hypercritical as we get older, but it's a good thing. We want to question stuff. We're not. This country is we're very unhealthy. There's a lot of garbage, and we're always being exposed to a lot of toxic stuff, whether it's the air we breathe, it's in our soil, it's contaminated our crops, or the pharmaceuticals, our detergents that we use for our laundry detergents, how it affects us, how our skin absorbs certain things. And the hormone space is a really interesting thing because people are talking about it now a lot. Tony Robbins wrote a book called Life Force, and they talk about hormone optimization, optimizing your hormones, not replacing them, but optimizing. And we're all familiar with hormone replacement. We've been hearing about HGH and testosterone, and men and women have been doing it for years, and it actually works, but it comes with some side effects, and it's very costly, and it's very invasive. So if we can find a way to help people create some balance and do it homeopathically, do it a safe way, affordable way, people will line up for it. And I know you guys are into it because you talk about the biohacking, all of these little things that are out there, right? It's like back in the day, and I'm 60 now, so I'm the older of the three of us, right? Back in the day, we didn't have access to any information. You had to literally go buy a fitness magazine or read a book to get anything. And today, man, with YouTube and all of these platforms, you could just click and find everything about intermittent fasting, about breath work, Wim Hof, about diet, about supplementation, about grounding. It's all there. It's free too. You don't have to pay a membership. You could click on and follow Neil Bernard or Dr. Bird or Gary Breckel, all these people out there that are just dumping free information out there. Right. So that's where I get a lot of my stuff. You pay attention. Fortunately, like you two, we went down the rabbit hole. We know a few things about a few things, and we could talk about that for probably 7 days straight about what's really going on behind the scenes. Yeah. But there's the information. You people. It's unfortunate because you get overwhelmed with so much stuff. You don't know what to believe, right?
Yeah.
You'll be watching some stuff on TV, and then you look at it and you go, they told me coffee was bad, but he told me coffee was good. She told me this diet was bad, but now they're telling me this diet's good. And you should have this supplement. Man, if we walked into a GNC and had to buy 60 or 50% of what's out, it would cost us $5,000 a month in supplements.
Right.
So it all comes down to lifestyle. It comes down to proper nutrition, hydration, exercise, obviously. Bodies in motion, stay in motion. I love that. I talked to some dude. Like already today, I'm going to tell you what I did today before this, because I talked to Danny before.
Yeah, and please.
I said, John, I love John's energy. I just love you opening up with the heavy stuff, too. That's just like, let's get the day going right with a face that's going to rip your face, a song that's going to rip your face off.
Yeah. Right.
And I just listen to when I'm on the tread or I'm lifting, I'm listening to Dio.
Nice.
Pantera.
Yeah.
I'm lifting to having Extreme's new stuff, that record 6. Love it. I started my day off. I was a little coffee, but I had my green drink. Do my little morning meditation. Got into the gym, did my steps. I did about a little over 7,000 steps. Did my resistance training. Got in the sauna, did 20 minutes of sauna. And came up here and did 15, 16 minutes of breath work, got in the shower, and then finished with a cold shower. So I try to get in all of those little things. And I'm saying this to you, not that I'm doing anything out of the ordinary, but This is the stuff that I've learned over the years that is very effective.
Yeah.
There are things that could help you with natural growth hormone production. There's things that can help you with inflammation, the cold shock protein, like cold plunges or a cold shower. How much does that cost you? Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It's totally free.
Just the time you got to find the time, or you're going to be up shit's creek without the paddle and in the doctor's office because all of this
Yeah, I
stuff,
mean, I just got this on my phone just literally 3 days ago, and I took a screenshot of it, and it like really made me sick to my stomach because it's true. This epidemic right now is so bad. I'm gonna find it for you right here. It is in my albums. Where did I put it? Right here. It says, let's get this straight. In the United States, we are only 4% of the world's population, yet we consume 70% of the pharmaceuticals.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
50 to 90% of the studies that are funded by Big Pharma. 38% of 12 to 19-year-olds are pre-diabetic. Only 7% of adults are metabolically healthy. That's 93% of people, adults, are not metabolically healthy. We've got a 50% drop in sperm count in the last 40 years, never mind the staggering numbers on infertility. Fertility rates are dropping, they're plummeting worldwide. And then we have the most pandemic deaths, the most chronic disease, the most autoimmune conditions, and the shortest life expectancy. And we're supposed to be the most medically advanced society on the planet.
So, John, you said about the metabolic. Would you say the?
Yeah, only 7% adults are metabolically healthy.
So talk to me about that. Why do we want to be metabolically healthy? What is wrong with that stat? Like, talk to me a little bit on that.
Well, we become like when horrible shit becomes normalized, that's really scary. When the bar is so low that you're listening to the food industry try to gaslight you and say Cheerios are better than red meat.
Right.
Ultra processed food's better than quinoa. And you're saying like this is coming from the so-called experts. When you look at the food pyramid, right?
Synthetic meat is better than the cows that we grow. I mean that we raise.
Yeah.
It's
the food pyramid. Don't get me started on the food pyramid.
And that's
talk about hormone disruptors, and then I really want to get into some hormone disruptors and talk about that, and maybe how we can get our hormone, not cure them, but you know what I mean, kind of, because there's going to be things, even Suzanne Shaw when she says, one hormone disruptor is dye, and she loves dyeing her hair, so she's got to do other things to combat that. But back to the food pyramid. The food pyramid, I've been saying for years, and people looking at me like I'm nuts. And I'm like, no, there's no way that there should be more carbs in your diet than protein.
You have to take
upside down.
You have to take the pyramid, and the story goes.
Let's hear it.
The story goes is that there were two scientists that were doing the research, putting the data together, and one was on Team America. He just was all about paleo. It was protein and produce. It was eggs. It was good oils. It was the good fats. It was animal proteins. That was straight up legit. The other one had the food pyramid with 8 to 10 servings of grains, rice, pasta, bread, cereals. That was 8 to 10 servings. So you're talking about creating hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cancer, heart disease. I mean, literally, you follow that diet and you're going to get sick. Well, guess who funded it? General Mills, the cereal people.
Holy shit. That's insane.
Right? It's almost like the pharma industry going, yeah, you got to buy my stuff. You got to buy my stuff to be healthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like the Fox Garden, the hen house. It's like you opened up a world of hurt, and then, the lobbyists and all of these people that have power, we're looking at it right now. Big tech, big pharma, big energy, big food. They control the narrative. They own the mainstream media. So unfortunately, people listen to this nonsense and say, you follow the food pyramid, that's a good thing. Or someone told me not to eat red meat, but they want me to eat an Impossible Burger, which is loaded with seed oils and garbage. I mean, the stuff that's in our food. There was a movie called Fed Up. And Fed Up said that there were 600,000 food items in the United States. You ready for this? 80% of them had added sugar. So that's 480,000 food items that have high fructose corn syrup in it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to take a bottle of this great balsamic that I love putting on my salad. And I'm Italian, so I love my
I hear you.
salad, right? You know, it's
Yep.
like tomatoes and cucumbers and red onion and olives. And I started looking, man, this stuff is really good. And I looked, it had 9 grams of sugar per tablespoon. So I didn't even know I was putting in like a syrup over a balsamic regular vinegar. So I was like, if you don't pay attention, or if you're not paying attention on the day-to-day, all this stuff is getting slipped in. Never mind all the stressors.
And a lot of our ingredients is banned in other countries, and people just don't do the research. Every time I see somebody grabbing a bag of Doritos, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Or the Pringles, or the I mean, it just drives me
Energy
insane.
drinks.
And I am so glad that we're going into a health conscious area. It brings me to tears. Like I think we were talking a little bit either last week or the week prior, and I just when I think about that, like, because I mean, nutrition has been my thing. I'm anorexic. I'm in control of anorexia and bulimia. And and it took me forever to figure out that I needed to eat, and I had to control that. You know what I mean? Like, you can live without alcohol, you can live without, whatever, but you can't live without food. And so I had to figure out how to bring food into, and regulate that so that my anorexia, my bulimia didn't overpower and I didn't get fat and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but you knew you had to eat. And so with nutrition, and that's why I'm in the industry that I'm in, is because of my anorexia and my bulimia. And and because nutrition is really what did it. Proper nutrition is really what did it. And I thought I was doing proper nutrition, and then when you look at all these ingredients, you're not really doing proper nutrition. You're doing the most proper nutrition you possibly can out of the shit that they give you in the stores, right?
Yeah. So John, let me ask some. So, all right. So just so we can let the listeners see where we're getting with this. So from what I'm understanding, from what you're saying, and you're doing an amazing job. So thank you. So the parabens, the toxins, the chemicals that we've been putting in our bodies, whether we're 30, 60, 80, 90, or 12, can all inevitably lead to some kind of hormonal imbalance or okay. And when we get into that state of imbalance of hormonal stuff, that's when ailments, acute, chronic, all sorts of things start to rear its ugly head. Is that correct? So the audience...
that is John, that's spot on. And it's something as simple as what Danny said before. And I wanted to segue into adrenal stress. You're putting all this poison. People take Monster energy drinks. They take Red Bulls. They take these caffeinated crazy coffees that you get like a mochaccino, and it's got all this artificial sweeteners, all kinds of crazy, milk substitutes and almond milk and stuff. That stuff is oat milk stuff's garbage. It's garbage, but it's sold to us as a health product. Now, what happens? Check this out. The top of that pen, I'm gonna go right here to this. The top of that pen. That's what happens to your adrenals. Your adrenals are the size of your pinky nail. They're about the size of a kidney bean, and they shrivel all the way down to a ballpoint pen. And this is studies, John Hopkins, on college students that are so overstimulated, taking Red Bull and drinking Monster energy drinks, that there's so much adrenal stress that their adrenals, literally their glands, shrink up. Wow. And you find out you're tired during the day, you're wired at night. It totally screws with your circadian clock, your algorithms, the way you sleep, the way you function, how your energy flows, and then your thyroid. You talk about a hyperthyroid, a hypothyroid. You talk about testosterone levels being in the sewer. I mean, we're guys. It's very dangerous if our testosterone levels get really, really low. You have risks of heart attacks. You're also putting on points. I mean, every guy gets fat around the belly. Women hold it in their thighs and their butt. They get it on their arms. Guys can be
I hold it in my belly.
Yeah. And there's nothing
I definitely ain't holding it in my boobs.
There's nothing weirder than skinny fat, right?
No, for sure.
Dudes that are string bean legs, string bean arms, and a giant gut. See that beer gut or that alcohol gut. And the alcohol will do that to you every time. We know drinking's bad. We know processed foods are bad. We know fast food will kill you. Yet we are programmed to think, well, I'll do it Monday. All right,
Right.
well, I'll do it, I'll do it after the holidays.
Yeah.
We're just always pushing this shit off, and it's our
Yeah.
health. It's our health. No one's going to do anything for us. We have to take control of this stuff, and we're up against a rock and a hard place. Danny, you said it before. We're being bombarded with all this stuff and being lied to, and if you don't have the right information, you're going to get tricked. You're going to get confused, and you're going to say, "Man, I've been eating that all these years, and I thought it was good for me."
Yep.
Oh man, I've been drinking that creamer all these years, and I had no idea what was in it. Oh, I thought this meat substitute was good and didn't realize how catastrophic this could be for me. Hey, I thought not drinking milk but having almond milk or oat milk was safe for me. So
Right.
the food industry knows that it's way more profitable to sell ultra processed foods. They make more
Yep.
money, and they know that they're always trying to upsell us, right? Have you ever seen a Kraft
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese box? Well,
Yeah.
there's a Kraft macaroni and cheese box that says, buy this box, it's 33% more. They're always trying to sell us a little more of
Yeah.
what this is. And this
Yeah.
stuff, when you talk about the carbs, just the sugars.
Well, and
It's-
the Kraft singles. I just saw this the other day.
Me
Kraft
too.
singles, and you can probably have a
Why do
more
they
of
call
the
it
info.
single?
But Kraft singles, it's not called Kraft cheese singles. It's called Kraft singles. Why? Because there's less than 50%. Correct me if I'm wrong. Less than 50% cheese in that single. That's why people hold it up and they light it on fire and it doesn't burn.
Burn doesn't
Wow.
Does
melt.
it melt? It turns
Wow,
black.
interesting. That's crazy. So John, let me ask you something. So I got a million questions, but let me try to keep this where we can build up to
Yeah,
a,
let's
a
just.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm you guys doing great, but so for the person that's listening right now, two questions. One, is it ever too late to start? And one, is it ever too early to start working on your hormonal balance? Talk to us about
That's
how important it
That's
is.
perfect.
Go ahead.
That's a perfect question. Yeah, because
Yep,
you would
yep.
think when is the moment you strike? Like for example, hormone replacement. So I did that. I started taking testosterone in my 40s on and off. When I turned 50, I went to an endocrinologist because I was just really intrigued about HGH injectable. I did a very low dose of 1 IU a day, 5 days a week for about 4 months. I would inject 5 days and then take off on the weekends. And I noticed that my body composition was insane. I think I have let me just pull up a really quick pic of
Yeah,
my
take your time.
50. This is when I turned 50, and I mean, great results, but I also knew like I wanted to
Oh,
be
dude.
in great shape, and I was really
You look amazing.
thank
Amazing.
you. But again, it was all the other stuff.
Wow.
It was my diet, it was my cardio, it was cutting down on the booze. I knew you
Yeah.
have to change your lifestyle for something like this to get the benefits.
Right.
After 4 months, it was costing me like $2,000 a month. It was super expensive.
Wow.
But I learned a lot about hormone replacement. And then I started looking at all the supplements that could affect you. So to answer your question, when we get in our mid-20s, our human growth hormone production goes all the way into the toilet. Our
Okay.
testosterone as guys starts to really drop. And about every 7 years, we lose 50% of our HGH.
Wow.
It's responsible for taking us from that infant little baby to a young adult. And then it starts to dissipate. As it starts to dissipate, we don't turn over cells as quickly. We don't recover quickly. Remember, when we get hurt when we're a little kid,
Yeah,
you recover
not bad.
quick. You scan will rash up, you'll get a scab, that thing falls off 6-7 days later. You get injured when you get older. It takes forever. You
Yeah.
twist an ankle, you might be hobbled for 2 or 3 months. When you were younger, it might be 2 or 3 weeks. So human growth hormone is responsible for that healing. And as we get adults, it's not about bodybuilder stuff. It's not about being a jacked up athlete, a super performance athlete. It's about restoration. It's about repair. It's about recovery. The
Yeah.
stuff that we're all dying for. We
Right.
get out of a car, and the three of us will attest, just like I just drove back from Rhode Island. Got out of the car after 4.5 hours.
Like,
We both got out. I was with my girl. We walked like two old people for the first 90 seconds was like,
Right.
it's true. It's true.
So,
it's
but
crazy.
and you're a dude, so like of course you always go to speak on the testosterone. So speak on the estrogen. and how the hormone and still like what's the early stage and what's the is it too late, is it too early?
No, yeah.
But talk a little bit about more about like some estrogen, because we've got a lot of ladies watching and they're like, I don't need to listen to
oh
this
no,
because it's all about testosterone.
the ladies more than anything, because you ladies are dealing with way more hormonal issues than men.
Right.
Guys, you ladies been doing Premarin and estrogen therapy for years. Now we're finally starting. Hey, you got low T? Well, you can get, Cerevital
Right.
or TV or Ageless Male or Nugenics.
Right.
Any one of those GF9, they're all designed as boosters to kind of boost you and just help you recover, but try to restore hormonal balance in the body. And many of them fall short because they're just not effective. That you ingest them, they go in, they pass through the liver, your gut breaks them down, and they're not super effective products. But the hormone thing is, for women especially, you're dealing with estrogen, progesterone, but you're also dealing with your thyroid. And a lot of women don't know, am I hypothyroid? Am I hyperthyroid? Is my thyroid even functioning?
Right.
Is my estrogen levels, am I out of balance? If you're not going to an endocrinologist and doing blood work and checking this stuff, you'll never know. But you will know when you suffer from hormone disruption and its side effects. If you're sitting there saying, man, I got brain fog. Man, I'm an insomniac lately. I can't sleep. Oh, God, I suffer from anxiety. Man, I'm in a funk. I feel like I'm going through a depression. God, my back and my knees are killing me.
Aches and pains.
God, my skin looks like shit. My hair, the texture of my hair, my skin, my hair, my nails, my energy level, my ability not to focus. Okay, all this stuff is hormone balance related.
And people think it's age. It's age, but it's because your hormones, as we age, they lower, and you're losing that HGH, you're losing those hormones, those disruptors are taking effect. So it's not necessarily that we're getting older, it's just what the process of what's happening when we're aging, those things are going down, right? So
That's
it's
correct.
like, I mean, you're 60, John, you're whatever.
40 just last
Shut up.
summer.
I'm 55, right? So it's incredible. You can take care of yourself, but you still have certain aches and pains because like whatever you still can't 100% change effects.
This was my 60th
by nutrition.
60th birthday.
Phenomenal.
Now it's a little more refined than when I was 15.
Phenomenal.
Less bloated. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
and it's work, and you got to put it in, and you have to watch all the stuff. But as Danny said, those disruptors, there are things happening. It's like a cascading effect. And John, you'll attest to this in your life. If something good starts to happen, it usually bleeds over into other areas of your life.
Definitely.
If it's something, a financial windfall, well, then all of a sudden you're able to help other people in your family. Then you're not stressing about your finances. If it's something physical, like, man, I feel better, I've got more energy. Well, what are you doing with that? Well, instead of taking my car, I'm actually walking there now. I got back on the treadmill. I got my ass on the couch. And now that I'm feeling better, you know what? I'm not putting mayo on my turkey sandwich. I'm going to put some mustard on it.
Mustard.
You know what?
Yellow
I'm
mustard.
going to have an open-faced sandwich instead of 2 slices of bread. Instead of having the whiskey, I'm just going to have a glass of white wine or a light beer. You start to modify those little things, and it's all those little things that are going to add to the bigger picture. When we replace hormones, we shut our system down. They call exogenous hormones. When we're taking injectables or the pellets or the creams or the this or the that, you shut down your body's own production because your body chemistry is saying, I'm overloaded with this hormone. I got tons of it.
Yeah.
You don't need to produce
We don't need,
it.
yep.
We want to talk about waking up those glands, waking up the pituitary, the hypothalamus, your adrenals, your thyroid.
Nice.
And just assisting the body, because the body's amazing. Our bodies have all those mechanisms that are healing. We just need to activate them. We need to feed the body what the body knows is good for us. These energy, frequencies, all of these things that the body recognizes. That's why the body recognizes whole food nutrition. You're never going to trick the body when you're eating a watermelon or eating a peach or eating a plum or eating spinach or eating broccoli. That's whole food nutrition. If you try to take it in its powder form, another thing, your body doesn't really recognize that too much. There are great supplements out there, but it's back to basics. And when it comes to our hormones, we need to just address that any age we're suffering from it. Whether it's hardcore, some of us are really, really off the, I like to call it the path through the woods. As we're walking through the woods, we're walking through a path. And when we get off the path, it's harder to find the path when you're walking through the trees. You can't find your way back. And if we allow ourselves to get further and further off the path, putting 40, 50 pounds on. I mean, come on, so much of the country right now is morbidly obese. Not obese, morbidly obese. So we will tell someone in their 50s or 60s, dude, do something about it now, because you don't want to be debilitated in your 70s and 80s. You won't be able to get around. So just enough of hormone, just enough of a certain product. And I just want to segue a little. This is what it did it for me.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that for sure, because people are texting me like, we're gonna tell you guys what the product, what the program is, real, because I know you guys are salivating right now. Okay, what the fuck is what are we doing? Hold on, excuse my language. Language. My producer was supposed to bleep me out, but he's sleeping over there.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's a very well kept secret. I got introduced to it 7 years ago, and the original formula now is over 20 years old. And I got introduced to the formulator, who is a master. He's an iridologist, homeopath, naturopath, master formulator, responsible for over 600 nutritional supplements. And he designed a product years ago that he actually had in a store, one of his stores in California, and bodybuilder types and MMA types were using it. He had Gracie's, Hoist Gracie, the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu family were using the product. It started as a cream and then eventually became a gel formula. And 7 years ago, we got the green light to go into production. And I got the phone call. And it was one of those phone calls where I remember it like it was yesterday. This was the original bottle, the OG bottle right here. He said, dude, what if I told you we found a guy, that has a product that has a microdose of HGH in it, and it's homeopathic, and you rub it on your skin, it's transdermal, and it's designed to go into your bloodstream. It metabolizes in 90 minutes to 2 hours. It doesn't lay on the cell, and it's designed to wake your endocrine system up and balance you out hormonally, create hormonal homeostasis in the body. Well, I went on the friggin' no sleep plan. I literally went, you gotta be kidding me, right? You gotta be kidding me. So I said, get me the link. I really want to do my due diligence. He said, well, tomorrow there's a phone call with the CEO of the company. Get on with them. Got on with them, asked them a couple of questions. I was on with naturopaths, nurse practitioners, doctors, OBGYNs, endocrinologists. So everybody was on this call, like a lot of people, over 100 people. And I got my question in, and then I got the product on the 27th. I started using it, and that first night, I was with a girlfriend that I was dating, and she crashed out on my couch, and I took her to bed. And the next morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, she's brushing her teeth, and I come in the bathroom to use the bathroom, and she's staring at me like this, brushing her teeth. And I'm like, yo, what's up? And she's just like, what is in that stuff? I don't remember going to bed. Wow. She slept 7 hours through. 7 hours through. Now, one of the byproducts of healthy HGH production is REM sleep, deep restorative sleep, and we all need it. Man, face this. This is crazy. It dawned on me when I turned 60. I was like, holy crap, I've been sleeping for 20 years. Out of my 60 years, a third of it, I've had my eyes closed, laying down in bed. So it's important. We can't restore. We can't recover. We can't function. We always say it, John, it's a Northeast thing, man. Would you wake up on the other side of the bed? Right. Hey, it's a fact. If you have shit sleep, you look like garbage. You feel like crap. So that thing kicked in for her. And later on in the week, we went out to California, and a buddy of mine called me up and said his neck felt better. Another buddy of mine said his tendonitis felt better. Another buddy said his feet felt better. And I looked at my girl at the time. I said, this is crazy. And that first year, we just word of mouth, we sold 500,000 bottles and did like 60 million in sales. And we kind of put the company on the map. And since then, 10 million bottles sold, $1 billion in sales. But no one knows about it, John. No one really knows about it. Yeah. And if people knew they had a safe alternative to replacement, that they could just optimize their endocrine system, and that there's it's homeopathic and it's not going to build up. I've been a fan of it. So behind me, you see my little array of bottles. I've been on it nonstop for 7 years.
Amazing.
And it's been a game changer. I feel different. I sleep better. My energy's crazy. I told you what I did already today. I'll probably do 15,000 steps today. And I just want to keep telling people our age, especially someone 40, someone 50, someone 60. Let's extend this midlife stuff. Let's extend it.
Yeah. And the quality the
That's the key.
quality of your years, right?
That's
It's
the
like,
key.
sure, I mean, I don't want to live till I'm 100 if I'm not gonna have quality of it, you know what I
Right.
mean? If somebody's gonna change my diapers, like I'm not,
Right.
I don't want that. But
So I have a
yeah,
question because I know that the women are
Sure.
thinking, especially my clients, when I told them you were going to be coming on, a few of the questions that they had asked me to ask you, and I guess Danny,
Sure.
because Danny's on the product. So many of our listeners right now are women that are probably going into or coming out of menopause, John. Okay. So, and if you're not, zip it and listen because you're going to go to it someday. All right. So just
Yeah.
bear with us. I mean, you might have a relative that needs to hear this. All right. So just pay attention, people. So, John or Danny, what are your thoughts on what are the kind of results have you heard from women that are? Because I heard it's a stressful time for a lot of women going
Yeah.
through.
yeah,
Or if you identify as a she, you're going through menopause.
Right.
Let me leave that alone. So John, talk to us about, or Danny, talk to us about
Yeah.
what you guys have shown in studies and proven that how is
yeah,
this product,
yeah.
and then we're gonna get to it. Don't worry, you guys are gonna get the freaking name. We're
Yeah.
gonna tattoo it across your
So,
forehead.
well,
John, tell us. Oh,
let,
Danny, go
let,
ahead.
let me say a little bit about my menopause, and then
Yeah,
you
go
can
ahead.
speak
Go
on
ahead.
all of like
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
doctor
Go ahead.
end of it or whatever. So, I mean,
Go
for me, I didn't really see a lot of menopause stuff that a lot of women do, and I don't know if that's because
you're healthy.
I'm healthy, I'm eating right, I'm hydrated, I'm working out. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't notice like the muscle loss, the bone loss, the weight gain. I mean, I did get weight gain. I did get menopause weight gain, and it was like 12 pounds, and it killed me. And it took me a year to figure out, and I finally did it. But then these products are helping me keep it off, even when I go a little bit crazy. But so and I didn't have children that messed up with my, with a lot of my hormones and stuff like that. So I'm a little bit
Okay.
different breed, I think, as far as like menopause. But I will say I had the weight gain. The bloating, I guess, like I'm not sure if I had bloating or not because but I know that I had the weight gain. The aches and pains, like my
Joints.
my fingers, like the arthritic stuff where everybody says, "Oh, that's arthritis. Here, take a medicine."
Yeah, your
No,
joints.
guess what? It's not. I mean, it might be arthritis, but it's brought on because of menopause. It's menopause aches and pains. I'm not taking an arthritic medicine. People are like, "Oh, your knees are arthritic, so just go to the doctors." And they're like, "No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna get put on that shit." Um, it's arthritis. I'll live through the pain or I'll do whatever, but
Or you
within
can supplement. You can
yeah,
supplement diet. You can use it. You can
yeah.
stay on a
So
diet that's very anti-inflammatory.
exactly. You know
Turmeric.
what I mean? Like,
Turmeric.
so, but
Yeah.
a lot of times those things are, it's just for me now, I found it's just a lot easier to do the two pumps. But, I try and do those healthier things. And as healthy as I was, as healthy as I am, as healthy as I was eating and still am, I still had the aches and the pains. I still had the weight gain. As much as I freaking work out, like it took me forever to figure out, okay, I did less workout, more cardio, less cardio, more weights. I mean, I went through the whole gamut, driving myself insane, trying to figure out how to get this menopause weight gain off, right? So, I mean, so it's really helped in a lot of. I mean, the sleep. I'm sleeping better. I have dreams, good dreams, and the aches and the pains are gone. I have my shoulder issue. I mean, I was a dancer for 16 years, lifted for 33 plus years or whatever. That's like chronic or whatever. That's always going to be there, but I'm maintaining it. But as far as my knees, my feet, I have neuroma on the bottom of my feet. Now, like the past couple of weeks, I've been noticing I get up out of bed in the morning, my feet normally are like fire, like the nerves and everything is like fire when I stand on it until I get moving a couple of minutes. I ain't got that no more. So, but what have we noticed with some of the women that have real menopause
Yeah,
symptoms?
it's insane. So early on, I had a girl, Janice, first one telling me that she feels energized and she feels back to center. She said, "I feel so off left of center that I just feel like a sense of well-being." Great.
Yeah,
Great.
Then I heard my night sweats are diminished, my hot flashes are diminished. Now we're
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
premenopausal, perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal. I mean the gamut. We're not making any medical claims. These are just testimonials, and I really shouldn't be talking about someone else's testimonial. But I've heard everything from improved skin, hair, nails, Their nails are stronger. They're less brittle. Their skin looks improved. There's a glow. There feels like there's more elasticity. The texture of their hair, the way their hair is growing back in. Just an overall sense of well-being, libido, increased libido, lost some body fat. So
that's my next question. Does it tie into to weight loss as well, John, and fat loss? Well,
yeah,
if you're maintaining obviously a healthy lifestyle, but
that's correct. That's correct. It's going to, again, it's anything that's going to
metabolic rate.
That's right. Anything that's going to boost your metabolism and have you feeling better, you function better. When you function better, you do more. And that's the fact. We know we're like this. But all the three of us and everyone listening knows that when you start, bodies in motion stay in motion. When you start to shut little things down, you stop doing one little thing, and then I don't bowl anymore because my lower back, or I don't do this anymore because I got fasciitis. Before you know it, your life is like this big. It's like this big. You're not doing much. But on the conversely, if you start to, I feel a little better, I'm doing a little more. The body is so adaptable. We can push it and push it and push it. You start out doing half a mile. I can't even walk around the block and I'm winded. Oh, I couldn't be good walking. Then you get someone saying, man, I lost 40 pounds and they have 3 bags of groceries in each hand and I walk 10 flights of stairs. Yeah. It's on, but you've seen it, Danny, because you were your personal trainer. You know what people can do at any age. This guy that was in the sauna with me before, his name is Cole. He lost his wife to dementia 4 years ago. He said 4.5 years ago she passed. Now he's sitting there. He's German. He's 87 years old. He's shredded. He still has caps on his shoulder. He's veiny. He comes in, he's thin, but he comes in and I go, I want to be you when I grow up, bro. Wow. And he goes, my man, you are 60. You look great. He says, my man, you always moving. You got to keep moving. And I said to him, I said, Carl, you're in the 0.00001 percentile. Yeah. You're an 87-year-old dude full of piss and vinegar. You're there. You're in a sauna. You're lifting. You're running around. He's got a new girlfriend. I'm like, you're this anomaly, but why couldn't this be the norm? Why couldn't this guy be one of maybe 10% of people instead of 0.0001% of the population? It's because people just don't know that they have access to everything. It's there for us. You just have to tap into it and apply it to yourself. Knowing it means nothing. Knowing what to eat and not eating it is insanity. Knowing what,
got to take the action.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine says all the time, I'm trying to get in shape. I said, dude, obviously it's not working. You're the same weight for the last 10 years. Yeah. What are you doing? You're not trying to do enough. Yeah. Don't get on your bike and drive around and putz around and drive to a liquor store, then to McDonald's. That's not healthy. Yeah. Get on your bike and pound it out. Get on a flat surface and rip it up, or get in a stationary. Just get active. All those little things add up. When it comes to hormones, one little thing can change, and then there's a cascading effect. If there's a little bit of elevated levels of HGH, it's the master. It's like the symphonic orchestra conductor of this huge symphony of 50 known hormones in the body, 12 different glands. Okay. And things start to happen that are a little positive. There's that's why there's glandular support in this product for your thyroid, your adrenals, and your pituitary. Amazing. And amazing things start to happen when the body gets imbalanced. The body is amazing. The product is amazing. It's great, but it's what the body does. It's how the body receives a supplement or energy medicine or, again, why does it work? Microcirculation. We talk about microdosing. Well, guess what? There's microenvironment and there's microcirculation. 73% of our body is the microcirculation. It's the capillaries. It's these tiny little vessels. And there's so much communication going on in the body. That's why we have to be careful with the stuff we put on our skin. That's why it's catastrophic if someone's using a sunscreen that is harmful for you, or some type of lotion that is harmful for you. We absorb a ton of stuff to our skin. We got to be careful with the detergents we use.
Largest organ.
Exactly. So the skin, we're not just a meat suit. We're not just in, we have skin that holds our body together and it covers our body. It regulates our hormones, vitamin D production. It regulates our temperature. It becomes our thermostat. But it does so much more.
All right, John. So what I want to ask you now, one other question is that one of my members had asked. Then I want to get into how you apply it, how we get it, the name. We're going to get into all of that. All right. And then at the end, if we have some time, which if not, we could always bring it back. We'll have time. I want to discuss the business side shortly to see how that's done. But first and foremost, getting these people healthy and happy. So one of my members had asked, my clients had asked about Is there any credibility to it for gut health or gut check? How are you getting any results from people that have, as far as, have you guys approached or addressed because it's big now and it's the last 4 years been a trendy topic.
Yeah.
So what do you have as far as gut check and gut health with this product? Does it work?
Well, that's fantastic because again, when you're dealing with systemic inflammation,
Yep.
and you start to feel less inflammation because you're getting your adrenals in check. There's also diverticulitis.
Yes,
okay,
that's what she has. Yes. Go ahead.
There's all kinds of gut inflammation. And it doesn't matter what supplements you're taking or what food you're eating. If you're inflamed, you're never going to get that intestinal flora and fauna correct. So just this product, again, we're not making medical claims, but less inflammation. And you don't hear gut specific because you're not ingesting it, but it's amazing what this cascading effect. Like I've heard, Danny will attest to, we've heard thousands of testimonials. I host an event every Monday night. And when I hear someone say, I just feel better. I don't have indigestion like I used to. Or I'm not taking Tums. I'm not swallowing Prilosec and stuff. So I hear those things. For me personally, my personal thing was like Danny. Danny had the plantar fasciitis. You put your feet on the ground, you feel like you're walking on broken glass.
Yeah.
And I noticed that 3 or 4 months in, that subsided, and I've been great ever since. Knock on wood. Yeah. I'm able to run, and my feet feel great. And again, at 60, I'm dealing with arthritis like you, Danny. All the wear and tear from lifting. So from an inflammatory standpoint, I feel the difference. Elbows, shoulders, neck, lower back, my hands. Again, you know what it feels like.
Yep.
From all that lifting, all that wear and tear, and especially, the older you get, you chalk it up. It sucks, but we chalk it up. It's just aging.
Yeah.
John, John, at your age,
for sure.
If you're not taking any drugs, that's a great thing. If you're not on medication, that's a great thing. But we've been conditioned to think, I got to get on a statin.
Okay. You know what, John? That before we get into how to apply it, that's a great topic. How does this product interact with medications?
Yeah, because it's homeopathic, there is no counterindications. There's no influencing or interfering with any medical protocol, and that's something we can see as a company. That's what Alexi talks about. Being something that's homeopathic, that's non-invasive, that you're rubbing your skin, it won't affect someone taking blood pressure medication.
Right.
And we've had people that are from all walks of life on all kinds of medication, young and old, that are using the product that feel very comfortable using it. And that's, again, you have to look at it from a standpoint, what do I want to put in my body, on my body? How conscious am I of what I'm exposing my body to? And I became very conscious of that even after college in the late 80s. I was like, man, I learned about somatotropin, somatropin. I learned about these things. And I was like, bodybuilders, I was around gym rats. So I was taking supplements for 40 years now. I've been taking supplements for my whole life. And I'm surrounded by my company supplements and stuff. Right. Gut health, so important. You said gut health. And folks, everything is gut health. There's this brain-gut connection too that is very, very powerful. So we're not dealing with inflammation on systemic inflammation. We're talking about your whole body.
Right.
And once you start to reduce inflammation, it could be in the form of diverticulitis, arthritis, tendonitis, bursitis. It could be one of the itises.
Any itises, yeah.
Any one of the itises.
Because any time that you have a dis-ease to your body is a hormonal imbalance of some sort.
Well
so
said.
This is balancing out the hormones. Those dis-eases will eliminate or alleviate.
Yeah.
All right, John. So talk to us now, because the drum roll, please. Talk to us now about the how you apply it, how often you take it. Should you take more if you have acute, chronic? Talk to us about the applicability of it, and educate us on that, and then you can tell us about the if there's ingredients you want to talk about, the name of it. Go ahead, it's all yours. Talk to us.
So that's 2 pumps on my wrist. Let me bring it over. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my camera?
Over this way. There you go. We got it.
Okay. You got it?
Okay. There you go.
Oh, no, it's over here. There it is.
Yeah.
I was waiting. There it is. Okay. So that blob, I'm not the guy. So you rub it on where there's thin skin. You could put it under the armpit.
You said 2 pumps? How many? 2 pumps?
2 pumps twice a day. Now, I just put on 2 small pumps. I do it periodically through the day. Kenny's one of our diamonds, and he's a guy that likes to apply it 4 or 5 times a day, 1 pump. Okay. Well, we tell everybody for the most part, 2 pumps in the morning, 2 pumps in the evening. Put it in your bathroom. Keep it by your toothbrush. You brush your teeth in the morning, you finish your shower.
Excellent point.
Ease of use is what makes it simple. You're not
Excellent.
mixing a powder. You're not taking a bunch of pills. You're not taking. It's ease of use is what people, why they love it so much. Okay, now, like you said, you can use more of it. If someone's an athlete, they're doing a little more lifting. They're going a little heavy one day. They got a stressful day or weekend. They got to drive. They got to be 6 hours in the car. You might want to do some more. Again, it metabolizes in about 90 minutes to 2 hours. So it's not going to build up in the system. Right. So you have to worry about, oh, I'm going to OD on this stuff. It's going to kill me. It's a homeopathic remedy. It's very safe to use, but it's going to work differently for different people. And we make sure we say this to everyone, that it's going to work where your body needs it, not where you want it to go.
Right.
So it just might be sleep in the beginning for someone. It might be sense of well-being. It might be a little nuance in the way their frozen shoulder feels, or their elbow feels, or their shoulder might feel, or their hands might feel when they're working out. A little more energy, a little more hop in your step. 7 years later, I can tell you this much. Sleep, energy, the way I feel, the way I look, the way I function, the way I recover, the way I train, my cardio capacity is through the roof. My Wim Hof breath work, I'm doing like 3.5 minutes of awesome. So I'm trying everything. So we're just telling people this is not a cure-all, but work this into the regimen of all those other things you're already like doing.
Yeah.
You're doing the working out, if you're doing the breath work or the sauna or the intermittent fasting, this is going to help you to try to balance that your endocrine system, and ultimately with that comes 40 known benefits. It's associated with, there's 40 known benefits associated with elevated levels of HGH. Some of the ingredients in this product are clinically increase endogenous HGH, our own, up to 800%. We're allowed to say that, but we don't make medical claims because, again, this is just seven years that I'm here. Hundreds of thousands of testimonials, 17 countries, 10 million bottles. So there's a reason why we're talking about this today.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like most people that are listening to this might have said that, well, I think I heard about this. And you know, what drives me crazy about certain products, that when it's a family member or a friend or a trainer or that approaches us with, it's right away people get the stigmatism that it's coming from a fucking witch doctor and they're trying to rope me into a pyramid scheme, you know. And I want to make sure we clarify right now that, guys, John has been on this broadcast now for an hour. Okay. He never once mentioned anything about getting rich and money. He's been about your health. He's been about giving you advice and offering you information on how you can make yourself a better you. So put the freaking shield down, put your guard down, be a little more receptive. Just not everybody, some of you, because I know I'm getting texts that they're absolutely loving it right now. But check that at the door, because Aunt Tilly brought Avon to your house in '65 and said you were going to become a millionaire. You know, it's a different world we live in. I get it. And I respect Aunt Tilly's hustle. So let me take that back. And her grind. All right. But let's get back to, because I've been hearing about this. I've been hearing about this for some time. So if you guys have been hearing about it, but you haven't heard about it the way John and Danny just explained it to us, and you're ready to take another look into this, you guys got to inbox us. You got to drop a comment, because this is something, we're not done. John's going to get back to the product, but I had to get this off my chest, because I know even with some products that I've been involved with and whatnot, right away everybody's defense mechanisms go up, and I'm not spending $100, $200 a month, but yet you go into Starbucks every day spending $6 on. So let's put that aside. Okay. Let's see how you can your priorities straight, right, John? Go ahead.
No, that's 100%. What you just said right there is you stole my line, brother. You stole my line. I tell people, you drink a mochaccino from Starbucks that costs you $6-7 a day.
Yeah, sometimes twice a day.
Pack of cigarettes. You drink in this garbage. You have one glass of wine. Here it's $12.
Yep.
Never complain about something that's $150 or $5 a day. We say it all the time. Listen, you mentioned, let's talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room. People used to look at direct sales, network marketing, multi-level as it's a stigma. Oh, it's a scheme. It's a scam.
Right.
The post-COVID economy is everyone is looking for something.
No doubt.
There's too much month at the end of the money. I love that line. And they're just looking for a little breathing room. I wouldn't get in my car right now, and I've got a really nice ride. I drive an S7 Audi. I wouldn't drive an Uber. I'm going to spend, what, $1,000 a week, $800, $500 a week on fuel? And then I'm going to put the wear and tear and blow a tire out. Like people are just saying, well, what about the product? Well, if John came to me with the product or Danny came to me with the product and I've known them for a long, long time, I'm going to listen because it's got someone I know this is in his wheelhouse, and Danny's a personal trainer. So I'm going to listen. And that's why it's so powerful, folks, because if you go to order anything else online, and I see it on Facebook Marketplace, I see it on Instagram, I see it 24/7, they're trying to sell you something 24/7.
Yes.
Well, where are you getting your information from? Oh, it's an ad. Who's educating you? No one. Where'd you get it
Excellent
from?
point.
I don't know. Who'd you get it from?
Excellent point.
I don't know where. Where's it made? I really don't know. Who is this person? They're a total stranger. So you don't have any of the education to support what we're trying to do right here is educate, give you here's how you do it. Call me. Let's talk to someone at corporate if you have questions. We have a support system. We have resources. So that's why this makes sense. Alexi was smart enough to trust Joe Giuliano in the beginning and say, we're going to do this platform because I want people sharing this with each other. I want people with testimonials sharing a testimonial with a loved one, with a friend, and saying, you're suffering through the same kind of crap I am. Just, you got a 60-day money back guarantee. Check it out. What I do is I always lead with the business because I say, sign up as a rep, because guess what? It's like Sam's Club. It's like BJ's. You never want to pay retail. You want wholesale. So get in, come in. If you ever want to do the biz, let's talk about it down the line, but at least become a product of the product. Create a nice testimonial for yourself. And if you're shot out of a cannon and you feel what I'm feeling right now with my energy, and you could tell 60, I mean,
no doubt.
I haven't eaten today. I do my intermittent fasting. I'll eat my first meal after 2, and I'll eat at 8, maybe. I have a 6-hour window, but I'm going on way more. And my business blew up. I got 87,000 distributors in my business worldwide now. It's just insane. It changed my life, changed my finances. And it's all because I paid attention, because someone called me and I got excited. I didn't sit back and go, is this guy a scam artist? Is it a scam?
Right.
Is it a scam? Is it a pyramid? Pyramid. What are you talking about?
I know.
Danny could actually out-earn me, and she's in my business, and she can out-earn me.
That's amazing.
So yes, there's a business.
And the cool thing is too, what I always tell people when they say, "Oh, it's a pyramid scheme." You know what really is a pyramid scheme is businesses. So you have the owner, you have the CEO, you have the manager, you have the shift manager, you have the employee. Well, the employee isn't going to make any more than the shift manager. The shift manager ain't going to make any more than the manager. The manager ain't going to make any more than the CEO. But like John said, he brings me. I have the potential to make way more than John. I mean, I got a lot of catching up to do, but
no,
you know what I mean? If it was a pyramid scheme, you would be locked in until like I would be locked in until John did something better. Then I would be, you know what I mean? Like I can surpass John.
No, you could just surpass me just in volume. In this comp plan, it's so multifaceted, but it's just based on just volume. There are not line requirements. So if someone wanted to just come in and just sell the products online, sell the products online. If you don't want to do the business, you don't have to. You won't have requirements. You don't have to check 12 boxes to make money. You come in, you start making money right away. But think about the verticals. Is this product a wellness product? Yeah. Fitness product? Yeah. Beauty product? Yeah. Libido, sleep, energy, recovery, skin, hair, nails. So pick a lane. I've never seen verticals like this, and I've never seen something where we don't have competition in this space. We have a formula where we really don't have anybody in this space. We've created a nice niche for ourselves, hormone optimization, and it's non-invasive. You've got a tremendous track record, and it's comes down to this means to tell them, like if I were talking to John, I'd say, John, give it a try, man. Give it at least 3 to 6 months. Just do it. It's your health. It's your body. It's your energy. It's your sleep. Let's see what's going on with it. And if you want to do the business, then let's talk, man. It's information. We got all the resources, the videos, the marketing material. It's plug and play. It's turnkey. That's why when I say this and I learn about the industry, I've been in the industry for 33 years. And when someone finally told me, your success is predicated on the amount of people you help. And I was like, that's pretty cool. The amount of service and support I give other people, I can make money. So there's no catch-22. I don't need to be a selfish bastard and put my head down. I got to help somebody. That's cool. Great. I like that. Then what else do I like? No inventory, no payroll, no employees, no overhead, no liability, no this, no that, no this. I don't have to spend 60, 80 grand, 100K. God forbid if you start a brick and mortar right now and they try to pull another lockdown. You're done. You're done. You're beat. You're done. Sorry, you're not getting your money back. You're beat. So for just a couple $100, people can get in the game and think about this post-COVID economy as saying, I'm leveraging technology from my phone. And I love that we're doing this. I rarely do StreamYard. I've done it a few times, but I love that we can be in Long Island, Maryland, Jersey, and be in the living room together, talking to people all over.
It's great, John. Listen, John, you were well prepared today. You were well versed. You're from what I see, you're an honest, trustworthy guy just from the energy you're throwing off. And I'm sure everybody else. Yeah, I sincerely mean that, man. And everybody that's watching this. All right. So okay, guys. So just before we wrap it up here, I want you guys to understand. Obviously, that we weren't going to let this podcast go without giving shame on us, and be remiss on us to not let you guys. There is another opportunity outside of your health, but first and foremost is your health, your well-being. All right, a family member's health and well-being. All right, so it's not even a question of if. You guys should be reaching out saying, all right, how do I get this product right now? Because I'm telling you, somebody out there is suffering from one of the many things we just mentioned right now. Absolutely. And to maximize and optimize your performance, I think this is an absolutely no-brainer for you guys to get on this product. You know, I really do.
Well said.
You know, and the only thing's holding you back is yourself. All right. So if you really feel you're tired of being tired, you're tired of kicking the freaking tires, you're tired of, you tried every other thing you can see because there was a set of ripped abs on the bottle, you're tired of, being tired and just, you want to see some results and you want to get some progress. What do you got to lose with this product? What do you have to freaking lose? All right. Set it as a priority. Stop instead of $6, like 6 cups of mochi kaki kako a week, cut back to 2. Right. If you need help doing it, we'll help you out. But the bottom line is you got to give this product a try, guys. If you're not pumped up and excited, and then your excitement, you become the billboard of your success. People start asking you, hey, Mary Jane, why are you walking into your fitness class today without limping? Why do you got a pep in your step? Does your skin look beautiful?
Yeah.
Become the billboard of your success. Why did you lose weight? Why? You can be that why. I know you guys can be that why. Yeah. And what does that inevitably lead to? The business side of this, okay? The business side of this, and everybody that knows me knows that the businesses that I've been involved with, you never heard me once being a street corner preacher telling you guys you're going to hell if you don't buy this product. You guys have to get on it. You have to check it out. If you want more research, I'm sure John or Danny could follow up with another private call with you guys. I can't see why they wouldn't. All right, but let's get you healthy. Let's get you feeling healthy. Get out of the funk. Let's get out of the of like I said, of the pity party for me game because I was dealt a shitty hand. All right, and I'm saying that with tough love and sincerity, guys, because we all have trials and tribulations, whether it's the loss of a loved one, whatever put us into that funk to cause our system, circulatory, respiratory, muscular, to just be out of whack. We have something I believe that can help you guys out. So you're hearing it from me, okay? And I want you guys to reach out, all right? So, John, I want to thank you before we close it out. I want to thank you once again for taking your time out of your busy day to educate and inform us. I think you did a wonderful job. I'm sure we're going to get some great feedback from this. We have to make sure. You got it, brother. We have to make sure, Danny, that whatever you guys websites and how you guys are going to interact and get this message to people, we get it posted up in the comments of this podcast. All right.
Danny and I can say we'll take calls for you. We'll do Zooms. We like to bring people up to speed. And just again, there's hand holding in the beginning of anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the hell is this about? What do I got to do? But at the end of the day, we tell people all the time, are you worth it? Is your health worth it? The answer is yes.
Yep.
And if you're looking for something, is it worth your time? Yes, there's something real here.
Yeah. One of the comments, and this is actually from my hairstylist, Suzanne. So big shout out to Suzanne. She was reluctant to try this product, and she actually did. And this is what she wrote, just now commented. This product took all my pain away associated with inflammation. I've been using less, debated on buying more, and my pain is coming back, and you all just justified the expense. So she's going to be buying more, right?
I love it.
It's beautiful. You're worth it.
You're worth it. You can't put a price on it, and it's $5 a day. You know what I mean? Like,
and you either take care of it now or you pay for it later.
No doubt. No doubt about it, man. That's
absolutely
true. You want copays out the ass, and you say, "Wow, I could have done this now." But anyway, That's a whole nother podcast for you guys. Guys, listen, John, once again, I want to thank you, bro. Seriously, you did an amazing job. I know we're going to get, this is going to be one of our top rated podcast broadcasts. I just know it because anybody and everybody listening to this, whether it's themselves, a family member, a loved one, a coworker, that you feel you're tired of hearing them grab your ear about how all the itises they have and how much they're tired of aging and their husband can't get there. You know what, Danny, cover your ears, can't get themselves hard. All right, listen, we got something. It's right here, guys. It's right here. So on behalf of all my Kogies worldwide, I want to thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'm going to say one Koga love. I'm out. Peace, John. I'll be in touch with you as well. All right, Danny, close us out. And then if John has any closing words, let him throw them in there, right?
So thank you, everyone, for watching, everyone for commenting, everybody. Thank you, John, J-Lo, the original J-Lo. Thank you, John Koga, for, like the great words that you said about the business, the company, and everything. And I'm grateful that I am a sandwich between the two Johns, and I love you guys. If you all have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments. John, J-Lo, myself, we'll get back to you. I did on my Facebook Live, I put my link out. So anybody want to look at that or whatever, just inbox us, whatever. We'll get back to you. You want to jump on a call, whether it's a Zoom call or a voice call. J-Lo and I, we can do that. Any other private questions that you might want to ask that you didn't want to ask, live or whatever, just get with us, and it's all about your health, y'all.
John, real quick, are you guys international as well or no?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in 17 countries: Canada, U.S., New Zealand, Australia, a bunch of Asian countries. So, but
Mexico.
335 million people live in the United States, and it's probably much more now. And most people have no idea that there is a vertical here, that there's a product, there's a group of products too that are addressing this issue, which is huge, and we know it. And it's just something that, again, I'm going to say, I sound like a Jersey City kid because I'm from Jersey City. You don't know what you don't know.
It's true.
Sorry.
It's
you
true.
Just don't, you
it's
just
so
don't
true,
know.
man.
So we're always looking for information. That's it.
All right, guys. Listen, make sure you share this.
Right.
Make sure you share this. I want to make a shout out. I'm going to throw it back to Mike Torelli here with No Death Reborn and Holy Mother. Check them out. They're amazing. You guys got to see what this man is.
I'm going to download Holy Mother right now.
Holy Mother. Check it out, John. All right. You'll appreciate it.
Love it. Love it.
You guys got to check this video out on YouTube. Go to No Death Reborn.
All right.
Holy Mother. All right, you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. We got things to do. Take care.
Bye, guys.
See ya.